whole damn life. I've been waiting for this one moment. They're done. They're falling. Today, I made the sky fall. Yeah! Down for the city of down. I'm standing done. Down for the city of down. They ain't dead enough. Down. Now the city know my name. Down. Chrome spinning through the rain. Down. They gon' feel me in my veins. Down. Now the city know my name. I've been taking what I want, but it's not enough. I've been focused on my words like a formula. Buddy acting like a slut, and I'm down to fight. If I'm going down, of course I'm taking all of y'all. But the fight ain't winning me, I go to war. I'm a tyrant for this money when I stack it, build a wall. To twist it with that fire stick and turn them into s'mores. Man, my bullets getting stupid rich, they came to eat the poor. Oh God.
We are gathered here today to mourn a tragedy in Bikini Bottom. The crusty crew fought hard against the evil of Dankton for many years, but alas, they have finally fallen.
Man, I came to eat them all, but they made up Bobby Rossett, came to paint them on the wall. They went viral in that coffin, numbers added to them all. Incident failed the way we tossed them, they want smoke, Super Bowl. Down for the city of down. I'm standing done. Down for the city of down. They ain't dead enough. Down. Now the city know my name. Down. Chrome spinning through the rain. Down. They gon' feel me in my veins. Down. Now the city know my name. No, this can't be happening. Bikini Bottom is more.
Hey, Barnacle Boy, have you ever tried that kelpling?
Oh, yes, I've had my days sipping that mud, but lately I just been smoking up a stogie and thinking about all the faces I see when I go to sleep and all the dead bodies in the car. Wait, did you hear that?
Huh?
Oh, you're fucked now, Dankton.
No, Eugene!
Arr. Get that money, SpongeBob. Now, be quick, boy. That's everything. Go.
My whole damn life, I've been waiting for this one moment. They're done. They're falling. Today, I made the sky fall. Yeah! Down for the city of down. I'm standing done. Down for the city of down. They ain't dead enough.
My leg! Do it now, Fred! Break the fourth wall and rewind time!
Channel waves keep crashing, the ops stay yapping, the K keep clapping, yeah we mainstream trapping, on the Audi map blocking, the rings like satin, think we took too much and seeing ghosts.
Oh, this money ain't the same. My heart frozen.
Funny how it changed, no emotion.
Tried to put that gun away. Kept blowing. Sunning through the pain. For the bottom down.
We gon' crash out like the fucking stock market.
It's a Shark Tank. Grab his clue in a market. Fuck up a few trap tags, but never miss a target. When you hit his head and leave him actually retired. I can't say that. Opposition claim that. Difference in between us like a motherfucking pagan. Rockin' boats ASAP. Hucking dope base that. 21 is payback and nothing gonna change that.
Still, pills, meals, did that shit for real. Time on, kill, nothing, still, we gotta be the ones who make it out jail.
Put that on the chain, there's a reason I'm dependent on them. Spin them like blades, tapping braids, diamonds dancing on them. Keep your head up, not your pants though, we sagging on them. Pick your mans up, there's a reason why we crashing on
The
them.
waves keep crashing, the ops stay yapping, the K keep clapping, yeah we mainstream trapping, on the Audi map blocking, the rings like satin, think we took too much and seeing ghosts.
Oh, this money ain't the same. My heart frozen.
Funny shit. I'ma rep the shit. Big blood smoking on this bitch. Hot as Texas is. Sticked up, chop and make him lit like the Exorcist. AIM, aiming at his head, the rant messages. They know I'm the bitch after dogging me. Yeah, I'ma spin the block and do it properly. Yeah, I can't even, don't get out with me. Cause you don't stand a chance in this bitch. This ain't Monopoly. Dog, yeah, dog, yeah, dog. We took it still right there. Dog, yeah, dog, yeah, dog. Let's take this nominee. Dog, yeah, dog, yeah, dog. This bitch poppin' even though we on the top. Don't forget we from the bottom. Crashing the ox, stay yapping. The K keep clapping. Yeah, we mainstream trapping. But the alley man blacking. The rings like satin. Think we took too much and team goes.
Oh, this money ain't the same. My heart frozen.
Funny how it changed. No emotion.
Tried to put that gun away. Kept blowing.
Selling through the pain to the bottom down.
Scroll the feed, see the weird, hit the record mics, hot brains loose, let the chaos pour. No script, no filter, just a crackling wire. Got a gut reaction, watch the signal catch fire. Real talk, no frills, every take a spark. Find the gold in the noise, like the fuse in the dark. I'm the glitch in the algorithm, the crack in the code. Laughing in the chaos, let the good times overload.
Straight from the gut, KHuck cast in the mix. Laugh through the chaos, let the signal slip. Every line a curveball, every take a spin. Life's too short for a polished grin.
Find the fun in the fails, find the truth in the mess. Life's a janky live stream, better say it with your chest. Every pixel a punchline, every moment a shot. When the internet gets weird, you take the best of the lot. Real talk, no frills, every take a spark. Find the gold in the noise, like the fuse in the dark. I'm the glitch in the algorithm, cracking the code. Laughing in the chaos, let the good times overload.
Straight from the gut, KHuck cast in the mix. Laugh through the chaos, let the signal slip. Every line a curveball, every take a spin. Life's too short for a polished grin.
Hit the live button, let the chaos fly. Find the truth in the pixels, let the punchlines collide. No retakes, no rewind, just a moment in time. Hit record, hit the gas, hit the punch. Find the good.
Straight from the K, cast in the mix.
Yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill. Yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill. Yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes,
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
For just a bill, I can cop a little and roll it up. They say Seattle gotta chill, I think we're cold as fuck. You want some warmth? Buy a coffee, hold the cup, go back to where you came from. Tell them that you rode the duck. My posse stays on Broadway, you can find them off a Pike. We got hobos, homos, their babies on a bike. You got kinks, I thinks we got what you like. It don't take a Dutch boy to stick a finger in a dike. We're the type of people other people leave alone. Hit up Molly Moons, even goons gotta eat a cone. This was Jimmy's home, you can do as he condones. I'm the type to pick a fight with Phoenix Jones and eat his bones.
Yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill. Yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill. Yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill. Yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
My city's guilty, for that we're guilty every day. We got the baddest bitches, Manda Knox and Mary Kay. Legalize it, the Mary Jane or Mary Gay. I don't give a fuck, live it up or kiss my Harry. Ay, yes, yes, we the best, yes, yes. Fuck them if they hate, elevate and fuck the rest. I got something I should get up off my chest. If you would invest in a bulletproof vest. Yeah, we don't like you, we would like to fight you. Exit stage left, here's a window you can fly through. You beat me, please, you could really try to. That'll happen just like Gatsby rapping without white dudes.
I'm just a bill, yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Sitting at the blue moon, sipping on a blue moon. Burger in my belly, now they tell me I should chew food. I fucking do you, bump a few tunes. I'ma live forever, any less would be too soon. What it do, need a hook, let me know. It's in my blood, period, heavy flow. Roll deep with the fam, bam, and semi-pro. Solid steel feel, yeah, this could get messy, bro. Head to toe, looking fresh, taking pics. Got the DJ stunning on a mega mix. Party rocking with some pretty ass faggot chicks. Welcome to the hill, you don't like it, eat a bag of dicks.
I'm just a bill, yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
What?
Well, I'm taking my time, I'm just moving on. You forget about me after I've been gone. And I take what I find, I don't want no more. It's just outside of your front door.
They wanna rush in, cause a stampede. No handles, flying like a banshee. They use cheat codes, but we don't cheat though. No cliff notes, homie, we don't need those. Come on, and just take the high road. I'm trying to fly though, wanna touch the sky, but still lie low. Never watered down, even with the hydro. Vaporize the hate so I don't have to keep my eyes low. Hit eyes low, get it in Norway. Cleanse palates with the callous man sorbet. Doorways open up, yup, more cake. Soon enough the sweet turn sour, more court dates. We burn it down though, and just live it up. It sucks ass when they ask about a living trust. I don't have one, cause I don't have shit. And when I do, I'm probably gonna just stash it. It takes time for the interest to make sense. It makes sense for the linguist to invest. I've been blessed with a brain and some rhythm. Those hairs too square, I'm the tortoise and I'll win it. Come on.
I'm just
carry-ons, but we carry hope. No politics, but y'all should probably vote. Don't involve me, I live for the stereo. Right side, left side, middle path, adios. No label when you living independent. Rent is too damn high for my pension. Like the lottery, the way it just rubs off. Opposite of Jimmy McMillan, I take the gloves off. Take some cheap shots, waiting for the beatbox. I'm throwing down harder than the dude who beat Brock. I'm more able though, but still murderous. On the beat.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the KHuck cast. I am your host, Mrs. KHuck. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing tonight? I hope we are all doing good. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Yeah, put the weaponry down. There will be no war, no fighting, no nothing. No. There will not be any of that just yet. Please and thank you. Jesus. Oh, excuse me. No weapons, Top Tomato. No weapons. Y'all are too funny. Violence summoned me. Of course it did. Hi, guys. Yeah, y'all, I'll just go ahead and get into it. So, I went ahead and put up a poll as to what to talk about tonight because I did it in my Discord, but I figured that I would do it here. There is a bunch of different topics that we can talk about, but the two that I put up on the poll for now is, of course, still watching the Scammer Payback video and also the Gaming Otter stuff. Because as I'm sure that some of you may or may not know, the Gaming Otter stuff has gotten quite interesting. And Nerdy, I think, is still here. At least I hope he still is. And I think that he was going to call in and talk about it. But, again, it's totally up to you two, chat. Whichever subject wins tonight, whether it be Scammer Payback or Gaming Otter, I will try my best to react to on Friday. It sounds like that my schedule isn't going to be as crazy as what I had thought that it was going to be, thankfully. Thank God. So, hopefully, maybe I'll be able to do it Friday. Now, I do want to say this, though, chat, real quick before I'll give the poll a few more minutes. I will not be able to stream tomorrow. There will be no Zeldacast. However, we are pushing the Zeldacast to Thursday. Thursday night is when we're going to push the Zeldacast to, and that's, yeah, I know, Sleek the Geek, I know, but we'll be here on Thursday, and we will have the man at the hour, of course, Mr. Nerdy John, join us, on Thursday night, too, so that'll be a lot of fun. So that'll be Thursday night, same time as what tomorrow would be, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, and then Friday, since it is the 4th, I don't know what exactly is going to happen as far as, like, the evening-wise goes. I might be able to squeeze in a day stream. I might. I don't know. It will all just depend on how I feel and all of that. But, if I can on Friday, then whatever subject doesn't win tonight will get covered on Friday. Whether it'll be the Scammer Payback video or whether it'll be Gaming Otter. Whichever one. So... And, of course, we'll probably talk a little bit more about the Gaming Otter stuff on Thursday, too, when Nerdy comes, for sure. So, unless he comes tonight. Is he still here? Nerdy, you still here? If not, I'll message you. It's fine. Oh, well, Scammer Payback video is winning so far. Gaming Otter is the guy that was trying to do good for having... Thor being an idiot? I think so, Cool Anime Girls. I was more so referencing okay, let me back up a little bit. The Gaming Otter has been making some interesting tweets about Tipster. The last, week or so, maybe not even that. Maybe this week I've seen it anyway. Maybe it started late last week and I just didn't pay attention. But... when Nerdy was streaming the other night, when he was streaming, I think, on Sunday night, when he was streaming Sunday night, he had a surprise caller call in, and it was Mr. Tipster himself to give his take on the Gaming Otter stuff, because apparently the Gaming Otter and Tipster have a history. Yeah, the freak that is sexually harassing Tipster. Yeah, apparently the Gaming Otter has a history with Tipster, and also, those of you may recognize the name possibly. He met up with Bo Blacks at VidCon, and they were eating at some type of dessert. They were eating like flan or ice cream or something together. I don't know. So.
Battle Puppet 95 became a member. Battle Puppet 95 celebrates 4 months of membership.
Thank you for the 4 months of membership, Mr. Battle Puppet. I appreciate you, good sir. It was flan. Okay, thank you, King Globe. So yeah, and I get you, Daniel. I get it. But listen, I know, and I said this the other night, I know that Tipster is an acquired taste for some people. I understand that. I get it. And, but I thought that it was a good conversation that Nerdy had with Tipster. I will say, because Tipster and him do kind of go back a little bit. Flan is a Spanish dessert. It's a type of gelatin or cake or something. I don't know. But and I don't listen. And the whole blocking thing, King Lippy brings something up. And the whole blocking thing that came up like, oh gosh, a couple years ago or however long ago it's been. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. But it is what it is. You can't change it, obviously. But no, I thought that it was, I thought that was a good conversation from what I was able to hear of it. So, like I said, whatever subject loses out tonight, we'll cover on Friday. So. He did have me blocked at one point, though, chat, but that was a while ago. He does not have me blocked now. So, but even if he did, he does. It's not the end of the world. So. I don't know what I did either, Kangaloo, but again, it was, oh gosh. It was, how long ago was this now? About 2 years ago? Something like that? Oh, the Gaming Otter? Yeah, I guess he just popped, I don't know how long he's been around for, but apparently, according to the conversation that Nerdy had with Tipster, the Gaming Otter's been around for quite a while. So. Yeah, has he been around for a while? How long? Well, okay. Well, yeah, if we, again, like I said, depending on whatever subject wins out tonight, we'll cover tonight. So. You are not, Burn. Stop it. Stop it. Quit. There will be no banning of anybody. Damn it. Stop. Yeah, well, I'd have to say, Nintendo Mail, I got this. All right? I got it. Chill out. Thank you. Anyway, no, the Gaming Otter seems to be a bit strange. I will say that. I don't know very much else about him besides what has been tweeted out about in the different videos that he's put out there. But yeah, like I said, we'll see what we can do tonight. So right now I'm just killing time right now. So no one is banning anybody. Please do not mention anything about being banned or anything else like that, please. Please, no. No, please don't. And Pluto is good, Jacob. Thank you. Do you know the Etika Switch launch party? What are you talking about, Nintendo Mail? Unless it's bitches. Stop using the B word. No, just let's not talk about banning people, please. Please and thank you. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway. Jacob, Etika sadly, from what I don't know a lot about the man, unfortunately. The only thing that I know about Etika is he's accused, or Keemstar, has been accused of helping Etika off. Etika unalived himself, sadly, and Keemstar was one of the people that got blamed for it. That's the only thing I really know. I think he was a rapper or a YouTube artist of some sort. Yeah, there's tons of videos about the tragedy itself. Yeah, he unalived himself. Oh gosh, this was a while ago now. Oh, he was a gamer? Oh, okay. I thought that I had seen like a couple of videos from him. Maybe I was looking at, maybe it was about him. Maybe that was it, and I'm just getting it mixed up. No, I did not just say that because he was black. I legitly thought that there was music videos that he did, but apparently not. Damn it. Okay, what'd you say to the mail? Hold on. It's because the gaming otter was involved with the Switch launch party drama. What was the Switch launch party drama? A massive Smash Bros. Player and a great friend, but had a lot of mental issues. Oh. Yeah, your hood is showing. Shut up, Wookie! Jesus. A massive Smash Bros. Player and a great friend. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you were telling me about the drama. My bad. Yeah, that's awful. Yeah. Big dude, shut up. Jesus Christ. Oh, goodness me. Y'all are crazy. It does have the N-word in the video? Okay. Alright. Oh! Well, seems like a lot of you are wanting scammer payback tonight. Okay. Okay. Alright. Giving y'all 10 seconds to put your last minute votes in. 10. 9. Okay, poll is ended. Alright, Scammer Payback won. Alrighty, okay. Alright, Scammer Payback won the vote. Alright, so that means that on either Friday, probably Friday, if I can make it work, we will cover the gaming outer stuff. So, and I'm sure that, again, like I said, when Nerdy comes on Thursday for the Zeldacast, I'm sure that we'll probably talk about it a little bit then, because Byrne knows some stuff about it, and so does Reese. They've been talking about it a little bit here and there, so I'm sure that'll be fun. I know you've been watching ghost hunting shows all week, big dude. So has Jacob's been watching him some cartoons. Sounds like he's been having a great week. Thank you, Nintendo Mail. I appreciate it. Oh, maybe I've seen this one. That does look familiar. Maybe I was sent that a while ago. I don't know. No, that's okay, Clem. Well, I mean, you can, but maybe we'll watch that next week when we get more into it, I guess. Or on Friday if we have more time to cover it all. So, yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. So, those of you... I can get it to you when I get to work. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, let's get to the video, shall we? Birdie can't say what a lingering Pokemon is? What? Hi, Soul. What do you mean? Wait, what? Hold on. Byrne, what are you doing? Are you fucking around with him? So, if you are, I approve. Hold on. I hear about you not knowing a lingering Pokemon? I'm totally messaging him right now. Are you fucking around with him? Soul, that's too funny. I said lingering, Wookie. You ain't gonna one-guy me. It ain't gonna work. I know, right? This chat is cursed. Top Tomato, I agree. But I love it. You guys are awesome. Okay. Alright, so let's get to the video, shall we? So, for those of you who remember, and most of you do, who remembers or knows of Scammer Payback? Or Pierogi, as he's also known to be as too. He probably got mad at me because I removed the comment that he left. I hope not. I would say this chat is spicy, not cursed. Yet, there you go, Blue. No, Pierogi didn't do anything this time. He actually made an interesting video that I thought that we could talk about. And, yeah. So, because I've been keeping my eye, chat, on some, hey Blake, on some, like, scamming stuff again. Like, I think I asked Soul and EG the other day, like, if Modern Paul has been, if there's anything going on with him, because I haven't seen anything, or is he just laying low like he should be? And, he's really just kind of been doing his own thing. He's been doing some gaming streams here and there from what I saw on his channel, and good for him. That's great. But I happened to come across this video, actually, and some of you may or may not know her, Soul does, from KDA Scambates' Discord. She's she's part of EG's community. And she has her own channel, and she does her own streaming stuff, and she does a lot of different scammer calls, too. And she so happened to post this video in her Discord, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool. And from the looks of it, from what I was able to gather, and I wasn't able to watch the whole thing, but I was able to see, like, the beginning of it, it does kind of see that he's, like, he's getting testimony from other people about their scam experiences and paying it forward to them by giving them a platform to talk about it. At least, but again, it could be something completely different, so we'll just have to see. But it's called Before You Answer Another Scam Call, Watch This. And it's a video that he put up about 5 days ago. So I figured that we could give this a shot, chat, and see what's going on with it. So, one's in the chat if you're ready. And then we'll watch this, and yeah. So. Hey, Kevin! Oh, shoot. Okay. Ah! Sorry, my phone was going wackadoodle. We also have Men in Black. It's a hat trick on... Oh! Oh. You are just having a ball with the Ghost Adventure show, aren't you, big dude? And Nerdy, if you're still here, I will get with you about talking about this more later. So, about the Gaming Outer stuff. You want the ghosts and aliens to fight each other. I don't blame you. That'd be fun. I'm not gonna lie. Alrighty. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started on this. OBS fucking with me yet again. Sorry, chat. Anyway, I don't know what all of you caught. But what I was saying was, depending on how far we get with this video and all of that, if we're get this done in a good amount of time, maybe we can take call-ins, and maybe like Burn or Nerdy or whoever, if they want to call in for briefly and just hang out for a little bit, that's fine. Again, I don't know. We'll see how tonight goes. I don't have all night though, so just an FYI, but I know, right? Well, that's because I have Burn and Nerdy and Reese and all of them calling in and distracting me. What else is new? So, but yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's get to watching this chat, shall we? Here we go.
Turned upside down by scammers. Now, a new scam known as refund fraud is targeting the big retailers and having a flow-on effect for customers.
You never say you fall for a burglary. You never say you fall for a violent crime. You are the victim of this crime. It's prevalent, it's horrible, and it's taking people's well-earned cash.
When you watch the videos on the news or social media, or even on this channel, it's easy to think that the scams that are covered can never affect you, and the victims that I save could never be you. This is a video about how that's not true. We've been asking if you, or anyone close to you, has fallen victim to the scammers that we go after on this channel. Despite the stigma of being a scam victim, 4 individuals were brave enough to talk to me and publicly agree.
Oh. Okay, so I was somewhat right. Okay. So he took testimony of their experiences. Oh, jeez. You know what, chat? Let me just say this here too, real quick. I just felt like saying this. I don't know why. This just popped into my head. I know that Pierogi got known more so for his drama that occurred back in 2023. I get it. That was a rather interesting development. Oh, God. That whole story was, it was so bad. That was so bad. And I don't know if any of you heard this, but, oh gosh, when was this? Maybe a couple months ago? Hina, for those of you who know who I'm referring to, apparently tried to make some type of comeback on Twitter. And she tried to say that she was getting a documentary or a doc together about Pierogi. And she has yet to do that. And that was months and months ago. I think that she said the same thing even when all the drama was first going on. So, I've yet to see anything about it. So, we'll see. But, yeah, that whole drama was a hot mess. But I am very happy to see that he seems to be back on track, and hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's staying sober, and he's not getting himself into any more trouble. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. So, but this is going to be interesting, chat. Yeah, I've been a victim of, unfortunately, I have been a victim of scam too. But in my case, it hasn't been like hundreds and hundreds, thousands of dollars. Hope, knock on wood. I hope to God that never ever happens to me or to anybody else. God, that would be awful. But again, unfortunately, it's just, we've talked about it before. It's just these things happen. There's a bunch of bad people out there who take advantage of people like this that are, some of them don't know any better. Some of them are older. Unfortunately, that's the stigma behind it, that they're older. They live alone. They are lonely. They don't have much family. Different different situations can occur, but in all honesty, it can really happen to anybody. It really can. And, you know, like we were talking about with the Mater Paul stuff, that's why Mater Paul will never be like what Pierogi is, or what other scam baiters out there, what they do. Genuine scam baiters that actually want to get people and get the people justice. That's why Mater Paul will never be like what Pierogi is or what others that are reputable do. Just, you know, and I stick by that. Hot take, maybe. I doubt it, though, but yeah. Yeah, I think for us it was like 300, which is a lot of money, but it could have been worse. Exactly. Yeah, 300, don't get me wrong. 300 is nothing to sneeze at. That's a good amount of money. But, again, it could be, hello, Cinemations, it could be a lot worse. And we've heard of, and we're going to find out how much exactly it was for these people, which I'm scared.
To share their scam stories. My hope for you is that in hearing these stories, it's not only educational, but also a sobering reminder of why we do what we do. And I'll even share how you can make an impact and help these people become whole again. Let's get into it. Before we get into everything, I want to clarify something really quickly. When we were asking if you needed help out there, we wanted to stick to text scams, refund scams, or even banking scams. And that's what we deal with here at Scammer Payback. Now, a lot of you reached out and have been scammed via crypto or even romance scams, and it's just not really our wheelhouse. You're going to hear stories of folks that were scammed by the scams that we deal with here at SP, and while we want to help as many people as we can, we want to stick with the things that we know. The first discussion I'm going to show you is with Sherry, who lost $1,500. Our other discussions will be video interviews, but with Sherry, it was just on the phone because all of this was happening in the middle of the Hackers versus Scammers event that we had in February.
Oh. Mm-hmm. A family member of mine fell victim to a romance scammer for unknown amounts of money. Oh, God. Oh, that's awful. It's a good thing my grandma doesn't have a lot of money, so while she's falling for what could be a scam, but she doesn't have the money to give them, yeah. She thinks she's talking to an actor from one of her soaps that she likes and went and listened to my mom when my mom tried to tell her that it isn't them. Oh, wow. It's scamming to convince people to send me Valentine's gifts without sending any back. Yes, Wookie. Yes. Because you know what, Wookie? You can go buy the Valentine stuff yourself, sir. Jesus Christ, Wookie. No, Kanglope. I have a friend that's mentally ill and fell for one claiming to be her favorite baseball player. Oh, dude. Dude, these people get creative, man. They don't fuck around. Well, some of them do. Some of them do, I'm sure. But yeah. Wow.
All right. Just give me like 5 minutes. Give me like 5 minutes. Hello? Hi, this is Pierogi. How are you?
Hi there.
You having a good afternoon?
Yeah, it's sunny here, so that's great to lift the spirits.
Oh my goodness. Well, I won't keep you too long. I know that these guys hit you and it was a tough situation and everything. And, you know, we've heard the story of everything that had happened. But, you know, do you want to just highlight really quickly, just for even like 30 seconds of how they, like what they did, like as far as what they were pretending to be and how that came about?
Yes. It happened like at the end of July last year. And I got up and my email said that I had $399 fee to pay for Roku.
Right.
And I knew I didn't pay nothing. Roku's free. So I called them up, and that's when it started.
Oh, gosh.
And he said, it's the same thing, Pierogi, where they have you type in how much the return's going to be. You know,
right.
It went just like all your others. And I swear I was on the phone for 6.5 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel so stupid.
Oh, 6.5 hours? Whoo. Oh, bro, I would be done after like the first hour. 6.5. But then again, it's just, it's really, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, this could literally legitly happen to anyone. And it's not, unfortunately, like I said, there's a stigma with, unfortunately, with older people having this happen to, right? that's not always the case, but yeah, that's just so sad. 6.5 hours. And that's why I've always said, chat, and we'll keep saying it. Be careful. Be very careful. And hello, Mr. Huck.
But I felt so stupid that happened, but yeah, and then I guess I caught on and started getting pretty crafty with him, and that's when he said, well, your computer's locked.
Wow.
No matter how many you buy, you'll never be able to use a computer.
Wow. So they took, I think it was 50.
No matter how many you buy, you'll never be able to use a computer? What? Oh my god. Wow.
$1,500 from you?
Yes, they had me send them $1,500. I had to go to I had to go to the drugstore and get three $50 Target cards.
Right, right. $500?
Three $500, yeah.
Right,
and,
right.
And then when I got home, they had me turn them over and get the numbers from me. And
why is it always a gift card, chat? Have you ever noticed that? And I don't know if that's a thing within the scamming community, and they're harder to track, I bet. Yeah, for that would be, I'm sorry, but oh gosh. That's a huge red flag there. For Target only, specifically for Target. Yeah, I would think that they would have changed that by now, though, Kevin. Wouldn't you? I would think, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but yeah.
And I was so nervous because they told me I was going to go. FBI was going to be at my door.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of what pushed me to do this.
Well, I'm again, we run across these kinds of stories a lot, and sometimes we're able to save people right before we get there. And obviously, we didn't get a chance to stop it before they did something to your computer or took your money. But
I
know. Part of what we're doing is we're giving back to folks that have been impacted by scams. So we're going to help you set up a GoFundMe. Actually, if you're okay with this, we're going to help you set up the GoFundMe, and it's going to go directly to you. It doesn't go to us to you. It goes directly to you, and then we're going to seed it with the $1,500 that was stolen from you. And then if you're okay with this, sharing your story, we're going to share the link for the GoFundMe. So anybody else in the community that wants to give back to you, they can give back into that fund as well. Would that be something you would be okay with?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's
Thank you so much.
of course, it's very sad when you hear, especially then doing stuff to your computer after they took your money. That stuff just gets us really frustrated. But the chance that
money was for my house taxes.
Wow. Well, hopefully this will make you whole with regards to that, and then anything above and beyond, will be a blessing to you. You know what I mean? So I don't know
what to say.
Well, we appreciate that you go ahead.
You guys are cyber angels.
No, we appreciate you supporting and watching the channel and everything, and we want to give back where we can.
You know what I like, though, about this, though, Chad, about this particular story, is that, yes, obviously this story, her story is not, unique, quote unquote. Unfortunately, we hear this all the time. And, of people going into these types of situations. But what I like about this, though, Chad, in particular with Pierogi, is, yeah, $1,500, again, is nothing to sneeze at. Don't get me wrong. But I do like that he's highlighting that, even though, yes, $1,500 is nothing compared to, like, what, $100,000 or something like that would be. I do like that he's presenting this and he's showing this. So, hey, Sharon. I hate to say it, but her agreeing to this makes me worried she will fall for more in the future. How does she know this is true? Well, I'm sure that there was some type of screening, or Pierogi probably covered his, at least I would hope he would have, covered his bases to make sure that she knew that this was legit. I'm sure that he probably did something like that. I don't think that he would do that or call anybody without doing that kind of thing. But yeah, that's why, again, chat, that's why you just have to be super careful. The amount has nothing to do with how damaging losing that amount can be to the person. That's true. But again, I do like that he's highlighting that even though this is not a large amount. You know, thankfully it was only 1,500. It could have been way worse. That's what I mean. So.
So like I said, you know, we'll help you set up the GoFundMe, and then we'll send everything over. And then when we publish everything, video and things like that, we'll publish the link, and then, you know, folks in the community will be giving as well. So all that goes directly to you, and you know, hopefully it brightens your day, you know?
Oh, it does, Pierogi. Thank you so much.
So I'm going to be making Sherry whole again and giving her the $1,500 that she was scammed out of back to her. On top of that, she has set up a GoFundMe, as well as the 3 other scam victims that we're talking to, and all the links will be in the description. So if you want to help out, you can certainly go and do that. I want to make something clear here. We do not own these GoFundMe pages. Each of the victims has their own page. No money goes through Scammer Payback. It goes directly to these victims. And I'm sorry that this happened, but we'll at least make you whole, and then the community will, you know, make you above whole and bless you. So, you know, just God bless you. And, you know.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys are wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Pierogi.
Well, I'll be following up with you, and good to talk with you, and we'll move forward with this. So thank you for being patient with us. Okay. And we'll get all this cooking for you.
Okay, go get on it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Oh, I like that. Let's go. Woo! Okay. All righty. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Yes, ma'am.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Yes. All right. Very sweet lady. She gave a little woo at the end. So she's going to get her $1,500 back, plus some from the community. So if you guys want to give to her, we'll put the link and everything. And looks like we have another guest in the office. I've been talking with you guys about data brokers for a while now. And a couple of months ago, I went to one of these data brokers and I bought a bunch of information on Seven, who works here in the office. I'm going to tell him all the information that I have. Seven, come here real quick. So what I have right here, Seven, is an 8-page document. And this is from one data broker. It's all of your information I found. I got this a couple months ago. It's got your real name. It has all your information, your address, phone number, social. Like, I could literally go and buy a house if I wanted to under your name.
Not so fast.
Whoa. Okay, where's he going? Oh, to better protect your data. Okay, I get it now. But still, I was like, wait a minute. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't think that he was actually going to do anything, chat. Relax. But, yeah, that's... Wow.
I have Aura.
That's true. You do have Aura. You are protected. Today's sponsor, Aura, is great because they do all the hard work for me. They'll go out to all these data broker sites that expose all of our information, and they will submit opt-out requests on my behalf. Give Aura just a few weeks, and you'll stop seeing your information on all these sketchy websites when you search yourself. The data broker industry is bigger than the NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball combined. And this is all from selling your private information without your consent. Also, just recently, a rule was killed that would make these data brokers have to actually get our consent before they sold our information. So it's pretty much up to us to protect ourselves. Aura doesn't just opt you out of these data broker sites. In their app, they have additional features like dark web monitoring, fraud alerts, and much more. It's truly a great deal to keep you more protected and private while you're online. You can go over to my link at aura.com/scammerpayback for a 14-day free trial, and that'll give Aura enough time to start scrubbing all of your information off of these data brokers.
I've heard of Aura before, too. Oh, here we go. Luke, father, lost 30 grand. Oh, okay. Hold on a minute, chat. I'm getting a message here real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, chat. Had to answer a message real quick. What did you say, Sharon? When I was younger, a homeless woman was on her period and ruined her pants. I told her to go to the ATM to give her... I took her to the ATM to give her some money, and she push rushed for 20 instead of the agreed upon 10. IRL scammed. Ooh. Yeah, that'll do it too. Oh, God.
Who lost an astounding $30,000. We wanted to engage with the community a little bit and hear people's stories, like real stories that are out there, people that have actually been scammed by these criminals. Would you maybe kind of give a little bit of his story, if that's cool, kind of how it happened and what happened?
Yeah, so basically, my dad got one of the typical PayPal email scams saying, there's something wrong with your bank account or something, and along the lines, but, call this phone number. He called the phone number. The guy had a very good English accent, sounded like a legitimate, like, PayPal worker. He convinced my dad that, oh, you got to go pull all this money out of this account and then send it to me through Bitcoin, and I'll put it in your new account. And my dad, he's disabled and he takes like sleeping meds, which like really mess with his head. And he unfortunately fell for it, and like went and pulled out, I think it was like over $30,000.
Wow.
And, my mom's telling him, don't do it. But he's like, no, it's legit. Like this guy's telling me everything that's going on. Sent the money to the guy, and the guy told him straight up, like, oh yeah, like I don't work for PayPal. So sorry, you're never going to see this money again. And
Really?
my dad devastated. Yeah.
So he.
Whoa. Whoa.
So after the fact, they pretty much told him like, hey, I don't even work for PayPal. You're not going to get your money back.
Basically, he was like, okay, well, what's next? And he's like, well, I got you, basically, like,
Wow.
And my dad's just like, well, what the heck? Like, well, what is this? And the guy's just like, yeah, like, I got you, basically, you're screwed.
That's one of the most despicable things I've ever heard, honestly, man.
It is. I agree. That's awful, man. That is awful.
Yeah. And like I said, this was devastating for my family. Like it was pretty much my entire dad's life savings. And they were supposed to come out and visit me like shortly after this all happened, but they couldn't afford to do it. And then, unfortunately lost both my grandparents like back to back right after all this. So it's just been bad, and my dad just had his like third back surgery, and, basically, they had to like, I think they had to redo their mortgage, like everything. Like,
Oh, God. I can't even imagine. Oh, my God. Modern Paul could have saved. Modern Paul can't even save himself. Okay? Really? But again, like I said, chat, I am happy to report, like I said earlier, that Modern Paul seems to be doing gaming streams now. And seems to just be doing that quite a bit. So, that's a positive, I guess. Well, hello, tipster. Oh, my God. Did not think wow. Hi. Long time no chat, sir. How are you? I was looking for the latest Amaranth stream and got lost along the way. Really? Oh my God. Tipster, that ain't helping. Really, Tipster? Jesus. Hi. How are you, sir? You better come to my door and have a lawyer if you want a dime out of me nowadays. I feel bad for old people. They get so confused or scared. True. Oh, hell no, Wookie. Hell no. No. Listen, Amaranth can get that bag all she wants. Good for her. Hell no. No for me. That ain't ever happening. No.
Like, they literally, unfortunately, I hate to say that, they f***ed his life up. My parents were, they're middle class. They don't have a whole lot of money, and this was the money that he anticipated living off of for the rest of his life. Yeah,
so it's terrible. And I appreciate you sharing the story. And the heart of the entire team here at Scammer Payback, not just me, but everybody that works with us. We try to save as many people as possible, like before it even happens, or we've stopped wire transfers, Bitcoin stuff, etc. Way after the fact, it's very difficult. So we want to try to start a GoFundMe, and the Scammer Payback, we were going to put $5,000 into the GoFundMe. Wow. And then we're going to share this link. We've done this with the community before. We have one of the most giving communities where if they know somebody that's been hurt, they're going to try to help that person out. So we're going to post the link with the story and everything. We're going to seed it with $5,000, and then the rest of the community work our best to get you guys whole, get your father whole again with the money that was lost.
Totally.
And the Scammer Payback community comes through. So
Yeah, no, I mean, I watched a lot of your videos, you know, when he was telling me about, oh, he said this, oh, he did that. I'm just like, but Dad, like, this is literally everything that they say. Like, these are all red flags. Like, why did, like, it's just.
I would be crying too. I would be choking up too. That's, even if it was $1,500, I'd be like, I would be beside myself. That's, wow. Oh, excuse me. My ex took a bunch of money from me and said it was to keep his mom's house. Turns out he had a drug problem. Ooh. Ooh. Fucking hell, dude. If I lose $5, I'm beside myself. It's like, I mean, fair. But no, I hope, back to what I was bringing up about the 1500 and him showcasing that. I hope that you guys understood what I was trying to get at. If I didn't word that properly or explain that properly, I apologize. I hope I did. But what I was trying to say was that I'm just glad that he's showcasing. I know that there's a whole bunch of people out there who I'm sure had reached out to him, and they chose which ones to showcase, and hope maybe there'll be more. Maybe there'll be more people that they, showcase, who knows. But that's what I was trying to get at, was that, again, I'm just glad that they're showcasing what they do. So that's what I was trying to get at. Again, if I didn't explain it properly earlier, chat, I apologize. But that's what I was trying to say. So. I cry over 20. You do cry over $20, Mr. Huck. You sure do. You sure do.
Sad, it's just sad. And I truly appreciate everything you guys do for not just us, but everybody, like. There's not a whole lot of people that take the time to like really do stuff like this, and it's definitely super appreciated. Like, you guys are really awesome.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, it's we've been blessed and to be in the position that we're in, and we want to help. Like I said, we help your father out, and there's no shame in what happened to him.
No, I appreciate you guys like even taking the time to do this. Like, really, like, it means a lot to not only me but my entire family.
No, we appreciate it, and just tell your dad that he's loved, and we're gonna get him back whole again. So we'll get the start with the 5,000, and like I said, we'll follow up with you. We'll work
totally.
to get the rest of that.
You want to cry, Pierogi? Like, no, that's so beautiful.
No, it's people don't deserve to go through something like that, man. And especially, I'll be nice and say infuriates me. I have other words I want to say, but like, it infuriates me.
It's taking everything in me not to just swear back and forth, because it's a very frustrating situation for sure.
But again, if you need anything, you can always reach out. You got my email. So I appreciate you jumping on, brother, and we will be following up with you here soon. And tell your dad that he's loved, and go share the good news with him, man.
I will. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. Legitimately, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, brother. All right, Luke, I appreciate you, my friend.
We'll
you
guys take care.
Okay? Please follow up with me so we get that GoFundMe going.
I will. Thank you guys so much.
All right, man.
Have a good one.
Man. All right, see you.
Bye.
Well, that's a crazy story, because the victim had sent tens of thousands of dollars to these guys, and he's like, okay, so what's next? I have no money in my account. And the scammer goes, I don't work for PayPal. You just got pretty much. And they like mocked the victim. When we show the scammers cameras, when we expose the scammers, when we delete their files, when we get raids on their offices, when we yell back at the scammers, when we put some fire back on their tails, the reason why is because of stuff like this. When we hear stories like this of what the scammers do to innocent people, that's where we get fired up. But with the best community in the world, I know that we will make these victims whole. So anything that you can donate, it's not going to us, it's going straight to them. In this GoFundMe, all the money goes directly to them. So it's not through us to them, it goes directly to them. Our third discussion is with Melissa. Now, Melissa lost $15,000 to a banking scam and posted about it on TikTok. My friend Deo, who's another scam baiter here on YouTube, saw Melissa's TikTok, reached out to her, and eventually gave her my information, which led to the Zoom call.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. I'm super. How are you?
Melissa, thank you for joining. Oh my gosh, I know it's like so much back and forth here. I'm just curious, how did you get in contact with my friend in the first place? With Deo?
He found my thing on TikTok and he contacted me.
Oh, okay. So you posted something on TikTok of what had happened?
So the day after it happened, I posted on TikTok.
Yes, Nintendo Mail. What's the matter? What's wrong? Really? Really, Nintendo Mail? You think that's me? Really? Really? of all, no. He misheard that. Oh, okay. Well, no, that ain't me. No, no. No, no.
And then that got a little bit of traction. And then I realized that I'm just going to keep updating on there. So I've been updating consistently as best I can on TikTok.
I got scammed $15,000 yesterday. I am angry, embarrassed, outraged, uncertain if the bank is going to help because they're closed and they won't talk to me because my account is hacked.
First off, I know you're very busy, so I won't keep you too terribly long. Hopefully you know of my channel, I would assume.
I just went and checked it out.
Okay, all right. Just so you know I'm like a legitimate, valid person. So
yeah, that's what I asked him. I was like, can you please let me know his channel first? Because I've been getting everybody being like, we can help. And it's like, no, you can't. You're a hacker.
Yeah.
I would have had the same thing happen too. I would have been very skeptical after that, and I would have been like, okay, I need to see some creds or something. I need to see something to prove who you are. And yeah, I would do that too. But again, like I said earlier, I think you gotta head to work. Okay. Sounds good, Columbia girls. What was I gonna say? But no, I would try, obviously to get, I'm sure that Pierogi went through and did the proper background checks and things like that, of not only of these people, but to show that he was being legit, of those who didn't know of him. So
yeah, that's one of the things that these guys do too, is on top of scamming people, then they go after someone who's been a victim. And so what we wanted to do is we've been working with some other folks that have been scammed, and we're helping to, to make them whole. And we just wanted to kind of hear your story. So if you kind of don't mind, just from the top, kind of how it started really quickly. And
absolutely. So on June 13th, I received a call from someone that was impersonating the RBC bank.
Okay.
The call came from the real RBC number listed on the back of my debit card. They claimed fraud was taking place and they were going to put a lock on all my accounts to investigate. And then I said, well, obviously I can't have that. So they said, okay, well then secure one of your devices. Make sure it's the only device that can access the account. So yeah. I opened the RBC app on my phone. They didn't send me a link. I didn't give them any information. I just went into the RBC app to follow the steps into making that the only device that was secure. While I was following these steps, they somehow gained access to my accounts. They then walked me through fake security procedures while moving money around in my accounts. They went into my line of credit, transferred $10,000 out of that into my checking account. So suddenly there was $10,000 in my account. At the time, I didn't know where it came from. So they were like, oh, well, this isn't yours. This has to do with the scam.
Right.
Transfer it to your Melissa profile. So there was a Melissa profile in there. I started transferring the money to. Only after the fact did I come to find out that that Melissa profile was something they had set up that was sending money to someone else's bank account.
Sure.
Oh, shit. Wow. Wow. Can you imagine the chilling effect it would have on scammers? What chilling effect? What are you talking about, big dude? I'm sorry, I must have missed something. Do I need to go back?
Sure, right.
So they additionally somehow got into my business account and created 2 wire transfers and transferred out over $5,000 from there. So there was over $9,000 transferred out of my personal account, over $5,000 transferred out of my business account. All of this happened while I was still on the phone. I did call our...
While she was still on the phone? Oh, bro. Dude. Oh, that's awful.
RBC back. Well, actually, when I was done with them, RBC called me, said the exact same thing they said when they called, that my account was being hacked. And I was like, yeah, I know, we were just talking about it. And they were like, well, that wasn't us. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know that wasn't you? Because you're all saying the same thing. And so now it went to the investigation department, and RBC is claiming that is not their fault at all. So I have made a police report.
Wow. RBC is claiming that it's not their fault at all. Okay. True, Nuke. Hey, Nuke. What's going on, dude? That's crazy.
I did that half an hour after I got off the call.
Yeah.
And apparently the police are the only ones that will be able to access whether or not there were other IP addresses involved, which obviously they were because I didn't do any of that.
Sure. Yeah. And they were on the phone with you this whole time too, pretending to be the bank?
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, because I have 2 authentication set on my app, that when I got a text for a PIN to enter into my app, like I always do, and it came from RBC also, but somehow I feel like that's something shady that happened. Like, I don't know. I'm not a tech person, but
yeah,
that's my guess, is that they somehow hacked that. So the code they gave probably was something that actually gave them access.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. After all, a Predator drone has a good amount of Hellfire rockets. True. Oh, okay. I'm getting, okay. I get you now. Okay. Thank you, Daniel. And thank you, big dude. Okay. I understand now. But yeah, that's, big dude, I swear to God. Jesus Christ. Big dude, behave. Fucking hell.
I feel really bad that these scammers went after you, targeted you, took money out of not just your personal account.
Why don't they put this effort into getting a job? True. Well, Sharon, here's the thing. Yes, I totally agree with you. But like we've talked about, we've said, before, these people just they get a kick out of it. It's a thrill. Who knows what the hell their motive is behind it. They're just there to get people to be gullible to them, and it's crazy how advanced that whole situation was, and how they got her that way. That is insane. But a business account too. And we want to try to help you out and make you whole. So we're going to help you with a GoFundMe. So we're going to seed the GoFundMe with $5,000 US.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, we want to help you out.
Oh my goodness, you do not have to do that, even though I'm hearing you say it twice.
You can hear it twice now?
I'm going twice too. But I mean, I can't believe that. That's crazy. Why would you do that?
It can be an emotional thing. It can be a tough thing if you're a business owner, to lose your money out of your accounts, personal accounts, business accounts. So we want to seed you with $5,000 US. And then in this video, we're going to put the GoFundMe, and we have an incredible community of people, and they're very giving. So they're going to give to this GoFundMe as well. So we want to make you whole again, because you never know if the bank's going to give you your money back. You know what I mean? So.
This is crazy and so insanely kind of you. And I feel like I shouldn't be accepting this, and I should be giving it to someone else. So there's people worse off than me. Holy beep.
It's okay. Scammers are terrible, and we don't like them, no matter what the scam is, what they do. Again, we don't want you to be put into a bad position because of this.
Okay, well, so yeah, I'm speechless.
Just receive it, though. That's all I'm saying. Receive it and help us set up the GoFundMe, because we want you to own it. So if you can set that up, then we will put the money in and we'll be good to go.
I mean, okay. And then obviously I'm now like on team Get the Scammers, and I'm trying to help other people. But if I can do anything to help you guys continue spreading the word and helping, I mean, I'm a lifer now. Oh my goodness. You saved my day.
We appreciate that you're open to sharing your story. If there's anything you would want to share with people out there, I guess, like anything you would want to say to them outside of like, don't get scammed, obviously, but like.
Literally don't answer your phone. I've actually said to my dad, like, because they do AI using your voice, especially if you're on the internet a lot.
Yeah.
And even that, I've said, like, make code words with everyone. If your kid calls you and they're in trouble and they need money, hang up immediately and call your kid. Just don't ever answer anyone.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's obvious. We feel like that's obvious, but it's surprising how many people, especially seniors, don't know that. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll continue trying to think of what to say, and I will say it on TikTok.
No, it's all good. We appreciate your time, and thank you for sharing your story with us. And maybe we'll figure out a plan to. Do you still have these guys' phone number? We can go after them or something like that.
Do I have a?
But I understand you want to send a message, KHuck, so there's always Christmas house. Shut up. Dude, shut the hell up. Jesus Christ. Ugh, y'all are mean. Y'all are mean. You especially, big dude. You. Jesus Christ. Oh, fucking hell.
The phone number that they used?
Yeah,
Did they talk?
It's the bank.
Oh, yeah, they spoofed the bank.
And I'm also getting the cop to send me the IP address, though. if he gets it, then I'm going to give it to you.
Very cool. Yeah, we'll do what we can to go after these guys. But again, thank you for sharing your story and keep doing those TikToks.
You keep doing what you do. And I guess, are you just going to message me now?
Yeah, we'll I'll get with Deo and then we'll get directly in contact with you. If you can make the GoFundMe, then we'll seed it today and then the GoFundMe will be out there and then the community will be given.
Oh, Wookie being a butthead. I'm sorry, Big Dude being a butthead. Wookie is fine for now. Wookie is okay. Sorry, Wookie. You caught a stray. My bad. Hello, Corianne. Hello. No, Big Dude was being a butt. He said, but I understand you want to send a message, KHuck, so there's always cruise missiles to send to the scammers. That's what he was trying to get at. Hey, Wookie, I said I was sorry. You caught an unnecessary stray. I apologized. My bad. You are being a good boy right now, Wookie. You are, yes. Corianne, we are watching a video that Scammer Payback, aka Pierogi, put out a couple days ago about taking some testimonials from IRL people that got scammed, and talking with them and getting their story and paying it and helping them out with how much they lost and stuff. So that's basically it, and just talking about it. So
giving into it. So
you guys are amazing lifesavers. Thank you so much.
Of course.
That's insane. Okay.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Melissa.
You too. Keep doing what you do.
Yes. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Yeah, I think voice squeaking. She was really happy. And that's what it's all about, is helping people out. Her scam it's like an RBC scam where they pretend to be her bank and they transfer money around and steal out of her account and stuff like that. So it's tough when you hear that, because she's a business owner and her money's gone out of her business account. Her money's gone out of her regular checking account and the bank's not doing anything. So we're going to step in and do something. We were about to release this video today, but somebody emailed the helpline and their father had just been scammed. Like I saw the screenshots of the victim's bank account and literally zero. Like the scammers took everything.
you got scammed by people who wanted to hire me for an animation job? What? Oh, Corianne, that's awful too. Can you have the Discord link? Yes. Yes, you may. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Sleek. Let me get this going here. Hold on. Let me find you. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Just sent. I could have lost more money, but thankfully my bank flagged it in time. How much? Wait, how much did they take? See, Hellfire would take care of that as well. Well, you're not wrong, big dude. You're not wrong. Not wrong at all.
Everything out of this guy's bank account. So we are going to drive 3 hours and go see him and help him.
It was 800? Oh, God. Gee.
Get some money back. Where literally we've stopped production to go do this because sometimes you just have to. And it just breaks my heart that the scammers would do this. Like this is the reason why we do all these things, like as a moment like this. So we have to make it right, is what I'm getting at. So we're gonna go drive.
Now there's that number right there. That's
okay.
Well, Corianne, oh yeah, no, I totally understand. You hate scammers who take advantage of vulnerable artists and vulnerable people too. Yeah, absolutely. But Corianne, if you want to, you are welcome to call in once we're done with this, and you can give your story if you want. You don't have to. You don't have to. The invite's on the table, or like I said earlier, depending on if we got this done in a reasonable amount of time, which it looks like that we might. I was gonna take call-ins anyway to talk about, if anybody wanted to add their 2 cents to this video or just to hang out for a few minutes. So up to you. You don't have to. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we got about another 15 or so minutes of this video, give or take. So, okay, sounds good. Again, you don't have to if you don't want to. If anyone wants to call in, DM me either on Discord or on Twitter. Or if you want an invite to the Discord. I do not want to put the Discord link in the chat, only because of people being weird, and I'll leave it at that. So if anybody, that wants a link to the Discord, feel free to DM me on Discord or on Twitter, and I'll send it to you. So, I appreciate it. Thank you.
But that's also the pictures of the money and the packages that I had on there.
This is, I'm going to take this if that's okay.
My name is Larry. I'm 77 years old, and I was scammed out of my savings, and the majority of my money's in my checking account. And the total was $69,500 that I lost.
So, I know we were kind of briefly talking about this before when we first got here. This originated from you got an email?
Yes.
Geek Squad?
Right, that I had supposedly ordered a protection package for my computer, which I didn't, and all I wanted to do was cancel it. Well, they said, well, we got to make sure we get do a refund.
Sure.
And the refund was supposed to be $440. So as we went down the road, I had to fill out a form on the computer, and during that process, they said, look, go to your bank account, and it'll show that you got your money back. Well, when I opened my bank account, they were looking at it as well as I was. And in there on my account, it said that they had sent me $44,000, not $440.
Right.
And from there, the point was, that's our money, you got to get it back to us. And then that's where this whole string of what they wanted me to do to get the money back to them.
Now, so I know that they took the total of almost $70,000.
Yes.
The initial was 48. So how did they get the extra? Were they kind of holding you hostage, or?
No, what happened? The initial account that they said I owed was $44,000, and I sent them. I had gathered together $37,000 to send to them, and they sent a.
Climate girls, I'm sorry. There's a mandatory meeting for a follow-up on any issues that we have, and I don't want to do the meeting. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Courier by, and they picked that up. Well, in the meantime, they called me and said there was a problem. There was somebody had hacked into the account or some wild thing, and you owe us more than that. And the second draw was for 27.
Okay.
27,000, and the total, 37,000 was the first one, and the second draw the next day was $28,560, which makes the $69,560. But they had me get all that ready, and they sent the courier by, and he picked that up. Well, they called me back, and they said, well, you still owe us money.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All because of a package that he allegedly bought. Wow. That is crazy. It's just, oh God, that is so scary. Chat, seriously, that is so scary. To think that, again, just the reality that this is happening to real people. You know what I mean? Real people who scrape their money and try to save as much as possible for college funds or for retirement or for whatever they're saving that money for. It's just, it breaks my heart, man. It's awful. Awful, awful.
And they start going through, do you have a credit card? And we'll put in an application for you, a credit card, and you can charge what you owe us on that. Well, I couldn't do that. I had my Experian account frozen.
Sure.
Because someone tried to steal my wife and I's bank identity years before, and then because of that, I froze it.
Right.
But so they couldn't get information on that, and they tried to get me to get a
Big dude, I have seen your side of things throughout this entire time. I have. I just don't condone a missile, but I understand what you mean. I get it. I get what you mean, though. Jesus. Fucking hell. It's just, I can't. So sad.
Discover card, and Discover wouldn't approve it because they couldn't get the Experian number.
Right.
And that's when they went even farther, wanted to know whether I had life insurance or did I own my own house. And I told them about the annuity, that it was my life insurance, but they couldn't get into that because it's a different password altogether.
Sure.
And at that point, I was beginning to be very suspicious of what was happening. Why didn't they let it go? But they, I said, you can't touch that money. I said, that's my life insurance for my children and grandchildren.
And this was after they had already sent 2 people to your house
That's right.
to get those
This
2
was after that.
parcels. Wow.
That's
Okay.
right.
So they were like, hey, we've gotten 2 baskets of money. We want to try to get more.
They were trying to get more, and that's when they asked if I...
Yep, that's exactly what they were doing, chat. Yep, that's exactly what they were doing. They knew that they could get more out of him, or they were going to test it out to get more out of him because of what... going to his fucking house to get... Oh, my God. That is just insane. Oh, my God. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy.
I owned a house, and I said, well, yes, I own it. I've been living here for 50 years. Well, can you get a mortgage on it? And that just went all over me. And I said, no, I'm not going to mortgage my home. I said, y'all have got my money. And I said, you've stolen it from me. And bang, they hung up. I never heard another word from them.
Right, right. Wow.
But they were trying to squeeze everything that I had and even more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I hate to hear these kinds of stories because we try to stop these scams before they happen. So when we're here after the fact, it's tough. I guess for people watching, the reason we're having this conversation even is to...
Oh, yeah. They'll just drain a man's life savings with zero remorse. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hello, Scotty. I have a friend whose scammers tried to use it as a meal on his Robinhood account. Oh, I've heard of Robinhood. Told him what was going on, so he changed his password and froze their stolen money. They're pissed. Wow. Based. Good. They should be pissed. The scammers should be pissed. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Try to educate people.
All right.
Is there anything that was like a red flag, I guess, to you that somebody watching maybe for their parents or maybe just them in general, for them to look for, that it was like, hey, this is really, I'm on the phone, all these things are happening, but maybe they were saying something or acting a certain way? Was there anything that was like a red flag to you?
The only thing that really ran the red flag up was when they were trying to get me to mortgage my home. And that was just a personal thing that I couldn't stand the thought of having to do that.
Yeah.
I'd worked all my life to pay for my home, and with my wife gone, I didn't want to part with it anyway. I didn't want to mortgage it.
Right.
But there were things that...
Hey, Mel. Oh, God. Oh, Chad, this is so sad. Well, Mel, we're watching something very sad right now, but... God, I hope that he gets justice. I hope that everyone that gets scammed gets justice, but I know that that's not the case, sadly. I know that, unfortunately, there are millions upon millions of people out there who get scammed almost on a regular basis, and they don't get any retribution whatsoever, and that's awful. Awful, awful.
I heard, as I go back and think about what they were talking to me at, they were in an office-like environment, and there were other people talking in the office, but they weren't talking English.
No.
And I didn't know the language that they were speaking. But
so one of the things that we have a problem with are these banks.
Yeah.
We get a lot of pushback from them.
Right.
And a lot of like, hey, it's not our fault, and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
Now, did you go physically into a branch and pull money out, or were you going to an ATM?
No, I went to a physical branch.
And did they say anything to you?
they asked what the money was for. And the man on the phone told me, said, just tell them that it's for personal use, that you want to buy a car or something like that, because they're going to ask you, why do you want that money? And that's what I told the clerk at the first bank.
Right.
But I had to write out a personal check to my account for that original $37,000.
Okay.
And when they cashed it, they gave it to me.
And then this, I assume the second one you probably went to a different branch, or was it the
Had to
same
go to a
branch?
different branch.
Okay.
And he was on the phone with me while I'm in the car. Are you there yet? Are you there yet?
And this all happening in the same day and everything?
This was the next day that
Okay,
happened.
next day. Gotcha.
The first day, the first amount I sent him was the $37,000. The second day was because that's when they said that something had happened, and I couldn't even explain what they were trying to tell me. But the bottom line was, you still owe us money.
Right. Yeah. They definitely saw there's more in there.
Yeah.
And they're trying to go for as much as they could. Yeah, we hear a lot of these things. So that's why I was just asking, because when they send us to the bank, we're playing a character,
right?
And then they're sending us to the bank, and they're saying, hey, it's a personal thing. You're getting out. You're buying a car. You're buying a boat. You're renovating your house.
Yeah. But they did not want me to go to the branch that I dealt with, because they know me.
Right.
And I went and spoke to the branch manager after all this happened, and explained to him, and he said he felt bad for me, but he said, because you took it out the way that you did, you've relieved us of the responsibility.
That's awful there too. That really is. And listen, I don't know anything about running a bank or anything like that. I just know that unfortunately, banks and other financial institutions like this, they have to protect themselves too, to a certain degree. I mean, yeah, it's cold-hearted. I agree. I don't agree with it, but at the same time, there's only so much that the banks can do. In some cases, and not all cases. No, listen. Banks and other financial institutions get people like this that claim that they've got scammed all day, every day. It's not a perfect world. It's just not, right? But, again, I mean, do banks get bailed out every time they fuck up their leeches? That's true. Yeah, that's a good point there, too. You ran a Monopoly there, Sleek the Geek? Did you play the game Monopoly, or were you the banker in Monopoly? Is that what you're trying to get at? Anyway. But, no, I get it that, listen, not all banks and financial institutions are the greatest. That's very true. But, again, they have to have some sort of assurance that these things aren't happening. But, again, I mean, it is what it is at this point. It's sad but true. Okay, thank you, Zero. I appreciate it. And Sleek, I see you in the Discord. I see you. Just saw you pop in. Yeah, I ran the bacon. Sleek, I hate you. I'm sure you have, Sleek. I'm sure you have.
It's pitiful to me that they say stuff like that, because again, these scammers are tricksters. They're moving money from your saving to your checking, and then they're lying to you and telling you to take the money out. And you go to the branch, and there should be something out of the ordinary that they should be looking at these accounts and saying, wait, hold on, this one has this much and you took it out of this branch. Even the second branch should have been like, this is kind of weird. That the savings is going to have zero in it now, and then you're going to have 5,000 in the checking, and you've wiped out the savings account. So I know the bank. I won't say it because I don't want them to sue me. But it's pitiful for such a large bank to not be able to have some kind of protocol in place, is what I'm getting at. And the other thing too, like those guys that came up to your house to collect these money, well, obviously they're not couriers; they're criminals. So were they young?
Young. Both of them were young. Maybe 20 years old or 21 at most. But they were just dressed casually in shorts and a shirt.
Yeah. Did you get were there any photo or? Okay.
No, I didn't. I should have done that. I should have gone to my own bank, but I wanted it to be over.
I understand. No, I understand. After the fact, we can, Monday morning quarterback.
Well, and that's the thing. thing, right, is that with this type of situation, chat, you just never know. You can try to make sense of it, but in the moment when you're experiencing it yourself, so much you could be thinking all at once with shit like this, right? And I get it, sadly, as he mentioned, and I think that the other woman, Melissa, mentioned too, is that some banks are just going to say we're not responsible because of how this, and this played out, which again is 100% shitty. Don't get me wrong, it is. But it's not a perfect world, sadly. Shit like this is gonna unfortunately happen, and it's not gonna go away anytime soon. But everything happening all at once like that, I mean, I get why he was like trying to explain himself, because he was like, I was trying to do this. Yeah, I can't even imagine. I can't even begin to imagine. Oh, God, it's just awful. Awful, awful.
As much as possible.
I made some bad mistakes. I should have gone to my bank to start with. And if I had, the bank manager who knows me personally would have stopped me. But the other branches, they didn't know me personally, so it wasn't as hard to get them to hand me my money, which it was up to that point, and they did.
Yeah, well, no, this is tough, and but again, we appreciate that you do share the story, because this, like a lot of the tactics and techniques we see that these scammers do, I mean, we see it every single day, and from sending someone to their, like, hey, do you know anyone at this branch? Do not go to that one. They're searching on the internet for locations near you. Yeah. They're like, how far is this one? How far is this one? And
he said, he had evidently done that because he knew where the other branches were. Yeah. And he had me pull it up on my map app on the phone, so I could find it, because I didn't even know where the other branches were. I'd never seen them, had no reason to know where they were. Right. But he knew exactly where they were. And like I say, when I was in the car, he was still on my phone talking to me and making sure where I'm at. Why aren't you at the bank yet? Yeah. And
wow.
They never let up on me while.
Yeah, they're very.
Oh, good God. Of course. Why aren't you at the bank yet? Drive faster. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Oh, God. Awful. I can't say awful enough, Chet. I really can't.
Very forceful. They're very aggressive. Yeah. It's like a salesman trying to close a deal. Yeah. They're like pushing. They're very pushy. Yeah. And there's people like us that are constantly messing with them, so they kind of have it in the back of their mind that maybe they're being messed with. Yeah. But one of the things we want to do to try to make you whole. So we have an incredible community of people that watch Scammer Payback, and so I know we're talking about this a little bit, but we do want to set up a GoFundMe for you, and we're going to seed money into there, and then let the rest of the world help out as well. And I know you lost a lot of money, and it's a big setback, and you didn't deserve to lose a single dime. I know there can be some, I guess, guilt or shame associated with it, but don't have any of that, because these guys are very good at what they do. They're tricksters or fraudsters, and the best thing is at least they didn't get to your annuity and all these kinds of things, right? So we're hoping that we can get you at least somewhat whole, because I don't want, again, like you're saying, you're on Social Security, and it's like, I was thinking on the drive over, I'm like, well, what do you do to pay your bills now? And like all this kind of stuff. It's like,
it's month to month.
I know.
And
oh, this makes me so sad, chat. But so sad but happy at the same time.
No, I just cut back to just the very basic things that I need, and put the rest of it back in the account and trying to build it back up to where if something happens, like if something happened to my automobile or whatever, that can turn into a large bill right away.
Exactly.
And to try to explain to somebody wanting to repair your car that you don't have any money, they don't want to hear that.
I understand. Well, if there's anything else, we're going to try to go after these guys, by the way. Yeah. And try to get some revenge on them.
I hope you can find them.
Anything.
And try to get dams. Damn, Pierogi. Shit. I mean, based. Check it. Cool Anime Girls, do not make me ban you. Do not. Do not make me time your ass out. That's not nice. That's not nice, and you know that's not what I was saying. You little shit. That is not what I said. God damn it. Someone going to lose you mean mod status? No. No, I couldn't do that. No. I know she's fucking around, but Jesus Christ.
That you would want to say, because they do watch my channel.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to say to these guys?
Well, at first I was very angry, but I blamed myself that I had gotten duped that way. But I feel sorry for them, because if that's the way you make a living, by deceiving people and do it day in and day out, you should be very ashamed of yourself. And I could use foul language.
But we're not supposed to talk about banning people. You know what? Sleek. Jesus. You're right. You right. No banning talk tonight. You right though.
But I don't talk like that. I never have, even when I'm upset. But I'm ashamed of them, and that they hide behind a pretense of trying to help someone when they got your hand in your pocket.
I did.
Right.
They ought to be ashamed.
Hopefully we can get you back up on your feet a little bit, at least with this GoFundMe, and so that if an emergency comes or something, you're not completely put out by this.
Well, I appreciate it, because I had resigned myself to the fact that I'd never see that money again. I mean, the local authorities, the sheriff's office, and everyone else, it's a small county, and they'd never had anyone be scammed for the amount of money that I got scammed for.
Right.
And but they told me, they said there's little to no chance that you ever see it again. And I've accepted that, and I thank the good Lord, like I say, that they didn't get all of it.
Yes, sir.
And I'll go from there. I haven't missed a meal, and I've stayed healthy, and nothing has happened that I needed a whole lot of money for. And I'm thankful for that. But
no, that is not what I said, Sleek. That is not what I said at all, okay? I just didn't want any talk of people being banned, okay? But I went and broke my own damn rule. So that's my fault. But sorry. Excuse me.
I'm just ashamed that there are people out there doing that for a living.
I know. And again, that's why we're here, and we're going to seed money into this account. And then with the others that follow and watch the channel, they'll be seeding money as well in there. So we appreciate you.
If there's anything I can do to help you at any time to catch these fellas, but like I said, all I know is a voice on the phone and two fellas that probably just had pocket money out of mine, and they all had a good laugh.
We spent the rest of our time at Larry's helping him and his daughter set up the GoFundMe and ensuring that the scammers were totally off of his computer. It's one of the worst feelings when you can't get there in time. There's nothing we could have done with this. We got an email.
Hello, Daddy Scambait. Welcome to the channel. Welcome.
After the fact, but what a wonderful family. And you could tell the emotional, I guess, like distress that it puts him through. And he was talking about his wife that had passed away, and that he's really missing her in these times because these scammers did this to him. And that's why we do what we do every single day. This video is why we do what we do every single day. And we've got the number of the scammers, and we're going to go after them and try to get a little bit of payback. So again, thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody that supports the channel, and thank you to everybody that's going to help with Larry and all the victims. So we will make everybody proud, and we're going to keep fighting after these guys. I want to once again thank Sherry, Luke, Melissa, and Larry for all sharing your stories with us. You know, there's a negative stigma about being scammed and being a victim of these scammers. And even to have to go online and share your story with millions of people around the world, it can be pretty scary. But I know for sure that these stories are going to help a lot of people and prevent them from being scammed in the future. Now, if you want to help these 4 victims out, we have the GoFundMes in the description below. But one of the things I want to point out is that these do not go through scammer payback to the victims. They go directly into their bank accounts through GoFundMe. So if you want to support them, please go and do so. We have the best community in the world. I know you guys are going to come through. This has been Pereg with Scammer Payback, saying don't get scammed.
There you go, chat. There you go. Very good video there, Pierogi. Very good video. So, chat, if you want to consider supporting the victims, these are their GoFundMe links. They're right here in chat. Let me paste them in here. Hold on. Will let me do it? Nope. Hold on. It's not letting me do it right now, chat. Hold on. Give me a second. I absolutely love how he does his streams now where he is watching countless other scammers' computers that they have reverse hacked and jump in and save them. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, chat, it's like I said before, despite the fact of how some people may or may not feel about Pierogi again because of what happened 2 years ago, I mean, with that whole story that came out about him, I mean, it is what it is. It happened 2 years ago. Some people can still feel some way about it. That's fine. But you got to admit, though, at least he's trying to do good work. And always has been trying to do good work with his organization. Yes, he did have a bit of a hiccup 2 years ago. It is what it is. It happens. But he is trying to, it looks like anyway, that he is just trying to move on and do his own content and hope, like I said earlier, hopefully he's staying sober, because I know that alcohol was a big factor in what happened 2 years ago with him. So hopefully he's staying sober and all is good with him. But yeah. I like how he tips all his translators. Yes! Yes! That is very much a thing too. So, there's the link to the actual video there, chat. For some reason, the GoFundMe links won't let me copy them properly. So, if you want to, in the description, he does list the GoFundMe links in there too. So, if you want to consider donating to them, feel free. But yeah. There you go. Okay. Well, we got through that relatively quickly, like I thought we would. Okay. Sleek, really? Really sleek? Okay, well, I guess I got some time for some call-ins, if anybody wants to call in real quick. Why not? Corianne or anybody else want to call in for briefly and just give their take on the video or whatever? Oh, Corianne, do you not know about this? Oh. Oh God, where do I even begin with that? Basically what Kevin said is true. Alcoholism and internet hanky-panky is the TLDR. Yes. Yes. If you want to, Corianne, a bunch of different people covered this when it first happened, but, we covered it, like I said, when this first came up about 2 years ago. We have it on my channel. Bunch of other creators covered it too around that time. Essentially, Pierogi got involved with the former employee of his, and they had a sexting relationship. And it involved, while he was, of course, married, and it involved, alcohol and DMs and all sorts of other crazy, crazy shit that came up. Basically, the woman that worked with him, the translator, tried to Me Too him. So, and it didn't work. Yeah, it was pretty crazy there for a little bit. I finally knew what you were talking about. Well, Scotty, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I was looking at this video, I was like, Scotty will like this video. So, we do not talk about Pink Buddy anymore. We can talk about Pink Buddy all we want. But I get it. R.I.P. R.I.P. Crazy how some women try to meet two men with no shame. True. True. And there's a whole incident with a Pink Buddy. Use your imagination as to what you think that might be. You are probably correct. And yeah. Pierogi got the reality check he needed. True. Yeah, no, I agree. Again, like I said, despite the fact of what people may or may not think of him, still, they're entitled to their opinion. They may or may not like him. I don't know, but you got to give him credit that he was trying to do his best in getting people help. So, but of course, there's Nintendo Mail. He's in waiting. Okay. If anybody else wants to call in, like I said, feel free to DM me if you need the Discord link. And thank you, Calamity Girls, for that video. I appreciate it. I was kind of hoping that Nerdy was still around so we can talk about the Gaming Otter stuff, but I don't know what he's doing. Is he busy? Or Tipster? I don't know if you're still around or not. Probably not, but Tipster, if you're still around, I sent you earlier a link to the Discord. You are welcome to call in as well, too. And if you want to talk about the Gaming Outer stuff, I know that you already did with Nerdy this week, but again, you're welcome to call in too if you want. I don't know if you're still here. If not, then that's fine. I ordered alcohol at the start of the stream and it got here already. Our alcohol is efficient. Yeah, Mitch has talked about that before, Wookie. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay. Oh, I see Corian and Nintendo Mail. Okay. I see the both of them in there.
Yeah, and fuck you, KHuck, you dumb bitch.
All right. Well, Corian, let me get Nintendo Mail in here, and then I'll bring you in, because I have a feeling you're probably going to stick around a little bit longer with your story. So, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me get Nintendo Mail out of the way. Oh.
I was about to say.
Hi.
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 Hi. So, yeah, I was going to say, let Corey in first. I'm sure she's got a story.
No, I'm letting you in first.
You sure?
Well, yeah, because I'm letting you in first to just give your thoughts, and then I'm going to pull her in because I figured that she's going to stick around a little bit longer.
All right.
Okay.
To be honest, yeah, there are a couple of scam stories that I have. The scammers that I face are actually absolutely dumb, to the point where they try to literally scam me or try to like say, hey, can I have your phone number or some bullshit like that? They get an air horn to the face or to the ear.
How often do you get these calls, though?
At least like twice a day.
Oh.
Twice a day, which is bad.
You know what's been going around, and I was going to mention this, and I don't know why I didn't mention it earlier, but I just thought of this. I don't know if anybody else has been getting this, but you know what's been going around here lately is people will be sending out text messages about being interested in your house.
Oh, I've been getting that a lot.
Yeah, about interest in buying your house, or if you're selling your house, to reach out to this person or whatever. That's been going around here too. Or the postal office one. Have you seen that one too?
Yep, I've been getting that one as well.
Yeah, so do I, Calamity Girls. My phone tells me when it's scam likely. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't too. It just depends. It's not perfect, but yeah, I've been getting that quite a bit too.
Yeah, my phone always tells me if it's like a scam or something, and they will just automatically block it. It's a thing. And I really do think it's actually a good thing on my phone, honestly. Really life-changing.
I do too. Do you have an iPhone, I'm assuming, or do you have Android?
Yeah, of course I do. I do have an iPhone.
Okay.
It's
What
I
do you
think
mean,
it's
of course? You could have an Android and it'd be totally okay.
I was never an Android kind of guy. I've
fair.
always had an iPhone for my life.
Fair. Well, I've
It was
had...
because of my mother. That's why.
Oh, well, I got an iPhone... Oh, gosh, I've had an iPhone now for a while. I first got an iPhone for my parents, too.
Yeah, it's an iPhone 11.
Yeah, when
And it's
they
been
when they first moved, because my mom had an iPhone, and it was the only way to FaceTime with her at the time. But now I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like the Apple, but I've had it now for a while. But I wouldn't mind going back to an Android at some point, possibly.
I think I'll stick to my iPhone 11. If it works, I'll keep it.
Yeah,
That's
there
what
you
I
go.
always say. But there is another story, and this one I had to literally, because this one involves my girlfriend, but she's okay with helping me with the story. So she got scammed by doing commissions because someone commissioned her on Twitter to you've seen those art scam ones, right? You know, where they message you on Twitter and bullshit like that.
Yes. Yes.
That's what my girlfriend was doing. And they were doing this and saying, because they showed her the quote unquote artwork, which was literally AI. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
And they reached out to me too, by the way. I didn't accept it, of course. But she got a commission from that, and they demanded more money for her. Up to like, because they were like, I guess you could say they were eating her savings so bad.
Mm.
And then I had to step in and say, like, I think it's time for you to block him. No, like, it's time to block him.
Jeez. Did they get any money from her?
Yeah, they did.
How much? Do you know?
Unfortunate. I think I don't remember. I thought it was like 200. I thought it was like 200, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh God. Still.
But they kept
jeez.
asking her for more and more money, and they wouldn't stop.
Mm.
So I had to step in.
And yeah, that's.
I want to
wow.
do an air horn to the ear and be like, you know what? Here's my message to you. Just grab an air horn and just
would
let
do
it,
an air
like,
horn. You would. Jeez.
I would because I always do it. I love doing that to scammers. Honestly, it's a good payback.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm not that creative. Well, Mr. Huck has done something, not an air horn, but whenever he thinks that he's getting a scam call and he knows that it's a scam call, because he kind of gets the same message on his phone. He has an Android too, but he kind of gets the same message.
I get those voicemails too, but I don't answer them.
About, wanting to buy the house or whatever it may be, and he'll answer the phone saying that he works for a morgue or something on occasion. It just, or he works for a heart transplant. I don't know. It's Mr. Huck. What else is new? That should not surprise
I kind of
anybody,
want to
chat.
do the Bart Simpson prank calls where, hello, this is
Oh,
Homer
yeah.
speaking."
Calling
I
it.
want to do
Jeez.
something like that.
That's
And just be like, hey, you're calling the wrong guy. This is Mr.
Oh,
Edie.
Wookie, you actually bring up something quite funny. Mr. Huck has done that before too. He has asked them what they are wearing. He has.
Oh, trust me, that happens too, and it's.
And one of them told him that they were wearing like lacy underwear or some shit, and that's when the guy knew that he was being fucked with, and the call ended shortly after that. But oh yeah, Mr. Huck has asked that before too.
Yeah, they think they can do whatever they want, but sometimes the guy is the old noggin.
True.
Even for my age.
Well, sir, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in Corey Ann, but you got anything else real quick?
The video I sent you, it's a little wacky. Be careful.
Oh, about Etika? Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, if you want a more detailed story, then yeah, I'm your man.
Well, I mean, if
I'm
like
nerdy
I said,
too.
if Tipster's still around, or if anybody else wants to call in and talk about gaming out or whatever, I'm open for that too here in a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, but
honestly,
I don't think the Tipster's still around.
Yeah,
so.
honestly, when it comes to like, I'm sure Nerdy and Tipster would explain.
Yeah, I'll wait. If Tipster and Nerdy are both busy, then it is what it is. And yes, I did hear the clip that you sent me, Sleek. I did hear that the other day. I meant to mention that. Sorry. I meant to respond to you, but things IRL have been nuts. But okay, that's in the mail. Well, thanks for calling in, sir. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
All right, going to pull in Corey Ann. Here we go.
Everybody. Bye.
Hello, Corey Ann.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, it's nice to speak to you.
Yes, it's nice to talk to you too. I love your profile picture. That's super cute.
Oh, on Discord?
Yeah, it's like, is it a witch with a or is it a witch, or what are you?
It's Shrimp Michael Myers from like the Halloween.
Oh no,
It's him, but as a shrimp, and he has a little knife.
Oh no, I'm sorry. There's two different pictures that are popping up. The one that I'm seeing in Discord, which is your shrimp, but there's another one that's coming up here where you're a little witch with blue hair.
Wait, where?
It's coming up here on my chat.
Wow, that is my wait, that's my OC. That's my art.
Oh.
That I drew. And so my friend is also a streamer, and I've been on their streams a few times, like when we've played D&D or played games together. And so it's automatically coming up on your stream for some reason.
Oh. Okay. No, because I see what you mean. I see the shrimp. That's what I see. But on the actual OBS and stuff, I'm seeing the little witchy girl, which is super cute too. So that's why I was just confused. But anyway, so you have your own scam story. Would you like to share that?
Yeah. So I haven't really told that many people about this because it's kind of embarrassing, but I know it is important to share stories and like spread awareness of scams. But yeah, basically this was like my senior year of college. So in my defense, I was a bit younger and stupid, but I've learned since then. So basically these types of scammers will send out emails sending telling you that they want to interview you for like an animation job, or like to and it's like a freelance, it's like a remote job, and the pay is really good, and it's like all around like too good to be true. And then they pretend like it's a real job, but then the interview is like all with text messages, which like should be an immediate red flag. Because real employers would never do that.
No. No, not at all.
And they didn't even ask me to see my portfolio, which also should have been a big red flag. I mean, I gave it to them anyways, but they didn't ask.
Well, let me ask you this. How do you think that they found you?
I don't know. This was through my college email, actually, so maybe they got a hold of it somehow.
Oh.
And found out. Maybe they got my data somehow and somehow found out I was an animation student.
Gotcha.
That's kind of creepy now that I think about it.
Well, is that I hope that is that email still active, or did you get rid of it soon after this happened?
The school email. Yeah, it still exists. It's just collecting dust.
Gotcha. Well, let me ask you this. So it was through your why 800? Because you did mention that earlier. How did that 800 come up?
Well, the thing is, they said like, okay, we want you to use this laptop for the job, and so like we will transfer you the money, and then you have to give it to someone else. So they send you a check which will bounce and like in like 1 or 2 days, and you'll not get the money, and then you'll end up paying out of pocket to them.
God.
And that's how they get you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So like don't so rule of thumb is like don't take checks as payment. At least not for online. Like they can deposit it directly in my bank
Oh
account.
yeah,
Or
absolutely.
whatever.
That's
the rule.
Wow. Well, let me ask you this: what about it to you made it legit?
Well, I didn't realize that they could scam me that way because they weren't because they like initially the check did go through and like I didn't realize it could and probably will bounce very quickly because I didn't have any experience with that type of scam before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was I didn't have a lot of experience like applying for jobs and going through the internet interview process yet.
Ah, gotcha. And how long ago was this?
I think this was like in 2022, right before I was about to graduate
Oh
college.
wow.
And like the funny thing is people have attempted the same thing since, but like I've caught it and I haven't lost any money.
Oh, you haven't?
Like,
oh, good.
Like one time who I thought was like an art this woman might not have even been a woman for all I know. Like on ArtStation, who I thought was an artist, said like, "I like your art. Can I use one of your character designs for a piece I'm making, and I will pay you for it?" I'm like, "Sure, that sounds really good." And then they sent me a check, and I was like, "Okay, this is rubbing me the wrong way. This could probably be a scam."
Mm-hmm.
But like, for shits and giggles, I decided to like deposit it decided to deposit it anyway and then wait 2 days to see what would happen. And I told them but they were like really incessant that like I give them the money back. But I was like, what do you need the money for? We never agreed with it on this in the first place.
Wow. Yep.
So that was really stupid. And it turns out this person wasn't a real artist because they were stealing someone else's art. Like, I found the actual artist on Instagram. I did a reverse Google search and I told her about this.
Even worse. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
Oh,
I
you did a
reported the
reverse
account.
Google search? Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, what made you? Well, okay, but yeah, wow, that is so you caught on obviously, and we're like, okay, something that's not kosher with all of this. Yeah. Oh God, I can't.
Yeah.
Well, have you been like the scams that have been going around here as of lately? I hope this hasn't happened to you, but have you heard of any of those that we mentioned earlier about people interested in buying your house, or the postal one where you have to pay a certain fee so your package can get delivered? That happened like around Christmas.
Yeah, I've gotten text messages from like what I thought was like the US post mail system saying your package might have been like lost or delayed or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the website, it looks official, but it's not the official website. But they want you to enter like your personal information and your credit card number. And I was like, this seems suspicious.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that'd be. But what I think what gets me, and I think that you would agree with this, and the chat I think can help out with this too, is that unfortunately, you get some older people that unfortunately don't know any better, and think that it's legit, and so they go ahead and do it because they think that this is really happening to them, and then the next thing they know, they get scammed out of tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, like the scammers, they really do like target vulnerable people. Like artists have a hard enough time making a living and getting animation jobs as is, and now they have to deal with scammers taking advantage of them. I was like, I don't know how these people can like live with themselves.
I don't either. I really
Doing that to
don't.
other people for a living.
Those package scam texts too. Yeah, I would get the texts, I would get the emails, things like that. I finally had to redo some stuff, and thankfully I haven't been getting them anymore. But yeah, that's insane. That's crazy. Well, I hope that does not happen ever again to you. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I hope that obviously be be careful. And I'm sure that you have been since then. But wow. So I'm sorry, you probably mentioned it earlier. I may have missed it. Why were you told to pay $800 specifically? Was it just that amount specifically, or did it add up to being $800?
Actually, they actually wanted $2,000 because I think that was for a laptop and some other stuff, supposedly, but like it wasn't. They just wanted like everything that I had.
Oh,
but like probably, I mean, I don't know, maybe if they ended up getting that, they might have tried to get more money out of me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I can guarantee you. Yeah, because that's the thing, is that's what they do. That's their pattern. That's always been their pattern, right? If they get a certain amount from somebody, then they'll be like, "Oh, I can what else can we get out of them?" That's exactly what they do. They're fucking vultures in that sense.
Yeah. So yeah. So rule of thumb is that I don't take checks from strangers, and I don't do interviews via text messages.
Oh, good. Yes.
Because
yes,
that's
absolutely.
very
Yes.
suspicious.
The worst is when they call the victim back and pretend to be the bank helping and scam them again. Exactly. Exactly, Wookie.
It was thankfully my bank caught it in time and froze my account, and then a guy called me from there, was like, "Sorry, yeah, it looks like you've been scammed."
Well, did your bank help you out, or were you on your own pretty much?
I mean, yeah, they
It's okay.
Like, I'm not saying my bank is bad, but like there's only so much they could do.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah. No, and I agree. And do I wish that obviously people could, have more help and that kind of thing? Then yeah, absolutely. But unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, it's not a perfect world. So, I mean, there's only so much that, and again, you can make the argument that banks are just looking at their bottom line and all of that, which you're not necessarily wrong with.
They definitely are.
But, well, yeah, absolutely. But that's the thing, though, right? Is that whether it's right or wrong, there's no perfect system for things like this, right? As much as we would love to have, as much as, we want to say when we come across stories like this, oh, well, there needs to be better assurances in place or whatever. Well, yeah, hindsight is 20/20, of course. You're going to, of course, sit there and say, well, why weren't the banks doing this and why weren't the banks doing that? Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. Each situation is different, though, right? Some banks can only do so much. They can only... go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Also, because I was using my debit card, I don't think they could
Mm,
do that much about it.
gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it depends on how your bank is ran or what their policy is, I guess. Some banks can help out with like debit transactions, others can't. You know, again, it just depends on what excuse me, what they have in place, but yeah. So, well, I'm just happy that nothing else happened with you, ma'am, and that everything else seems to be okay, I hope. So,
Yeah, I'm fortunate that it's not a huge setback and that I
mhm.
could recover from it, but not everyone is that
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
that
And that's
lucky.
what
So I
yeah.
just worry about other people who could fall for this.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do too. I mean, you know, I have, you know, relatives that are older as well too. I'm sure that you do too. I'm sure we all do. And you know, to think that something like that could happen to one of them is just it's obviously very painful and you don't want anything like that to happen with any of your loved ones. But unfortunately, it does happen, you know? And
Yeah,
hopefully
unfortunately.
yeah, absolutely. And hopefully they can be more, you know, diligent and things like that. And hopefully we can somewhat prevent this. And yeah, so yeah. But, well, Corianne, thank you for calling in. I appreciate your story, ma'am.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course, you are welcome back anytime. And yeah, so we will. If anybody wants to get Corianne for thumbnails, feel free to DM her. She did my thumbnail the
yeah.
other day for Eat the Ethan Klein stream that we did. That was a lot of fun. And
yeah.
she's also a fellow hater of Tyler.
Yeah. He
I'm
did me dirty.
sorry,
so
I had to.
Unfortunately the beef is personal.
True, fair, yes, 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 as you have talked about before, yes. So yeah, I'm sorry, I had to. Anyway, Corianne, thank you so much. I appreciate you, ma'am, and you have a good night. Thank you.
All right, good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, thank you, Corianne and Nintendo Mail, for calling in. I appreciate it. Thank you. If there's no one else going to call in, I think I will go ahead and end it here. Let's see. Let's see if there's anybody else going to call in here. No. Anybody else in waiting? Nope. Okay. Alrighty. Well, chat, I'm going to go ahead and head out then. You guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you to my members. Thank you to my chatters. Thank you to my lurkers. Thank you to Nintendo Mail and Corianne for calling in. Great video that by Scammer Payback, by the way. Really, really good. So on tomorrow will be no Zeldacast. Oh my gosh. Sorry, chat. Tomorrow no Zeldacast, but we will be back on Thursday. Thursday, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, and we will be back with Mr. Nerdy John. Will be joining us on Thursday, and I'm sure that we will talk about the Gaming Outer stuff. I'm sure that'll be brought up, probably a little bit, but I'm gonna try my best to do it on Friday if I can and talk more about it then. So, but yeah, so you guys have and Tipster for coming into chat. That was rather unexpected. But I appreciate it. So yeah, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will talk to you all on Thursday. Actually, I'm gonna have you raid into Burn if he's still alive. So let's do that. Yeah. I'm gonna have you guys raid into Burn. So I will talk to you all Thursday. Bye, chat.